Greetings, I'm David, and this is Pikmin 1. Originally for the GameCube, but we are currently playing the Switch version. So, let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna have to erase one of these. I'll erase this one. So, uh, I've played this, 2 times. Managed to improve a little bit, but we are gonna try and get sub 22 days, I think. That's the goal, at least. In a galaxy far, far away, there was once a small being named Olimar making his way through the galaxy. But then, disaster struck. As he went hurtling towards the planet below, his ship disintegrating in the atmosphere, losing most of its parts. He crashes. The impact site. Alright, so this is our protagonist for the game, Olimar. He is a small little being, because I think he's canonically one of the smallest fighters in Smash Bros. My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I awoke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support systems can function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then, no! Better not think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. Okay, so this is day 1. We have a time limit. If you're not really a big fan of time limits in video games, this may not be the one for you. But if you like resource and time management in your video games, then this is probably right up your alley. So, we find this strange little spaceship here. And it sends out a seed. A strange thing has appeared before me. I had barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion too. Alright. So, and it dropped this. Interesting. I wonder what it is. Oh, it's sprouted. The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and has now produced an adorable little sprout. The sprout emits a strange light and sways back and forth without benefit of wind. I cannot help but think it is calling to me. I am compelled. I must approach it and press A. Alright. Bolt! There we go. Huh. It has a little nose. Extraordinary. When I plucked the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Are you saying plants aren't living creatures? Picking it has done no visible damage to it. Or no visible damage. It just stands there, staring at me. Its shape is similar to the Pick brand carrots. I love it, and I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive, and yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it and throw it with A. I will call it to my side with B. Perhaps it will react to pressing X, or moving the R stick while holding L as well. Following controls appear to allow me to do several viewpoints. Alright, I must survive. I need to familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings. Okay, so we can hold it with A, and let go, and throw it. It'll pick up the little pellet, take it to its spaceship, and release a couple more seeds. Astonishing, the onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellet, the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower, appears to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be a sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study this strange life form more. Alright. So, the first day has no time limit on it. Pretty much just waiting. Trying to gather as many Pikmin as you can to get a certain ship part that is nearby. Once you've done that, you can continue on with the game. So this is going to be a little bit of a slow start, but don't worry, we will get there. So using B will summon them to your side. If they get too far away from you, they'll kind of go dormant. If they're not doing anything, that is. If they're currently hauling an object back to the ship, then they will stay active. So, as you can tell, the number on the side of this box means that we need 10 of them in order to actually move the box. This game gives me sort of Katamari vibes, like just the aesthetic of the game. Originally, there was a tech demo before the GameCube was released that had 100 Marios all kind of doing things. And that tech demo never really did anything related to Mario, but was actually the inspiration behind Pikmin. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned of Pikmin conduct. Approach and hold A to pick sprouts, press A to grab Pikmin, release the throw, press B to call them, X to dismiss, move R while holding L to command and control the groups. Use ZL or up, down, left, and right on the perspective. I shall record this in my computer. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab them. So this is the ship part that we need. We're going to get a little cutscene for it, but we're not going to pick it up just yet, because we need a few more pellets. Amazing. There's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before me and before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get it back to the dolphin? Well, Olimar, lucky for us, we have an army of little Pikmin. Alright, let's go ahead. Since there is no time limit on the first day, take your time and get as many Pikmin as you can, because it will help later. Unfortunately, we cannot go that way. That wall is something we can't break through right now. We'll be visiting back here at some point. I don't think we can go up that way. When many Pikmin seeds sprout at once, I find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. My wife always told me I was no good at routine tasks. I guess I'll try to get it all done at once by holding A until I pick all the Pikmin from the ground. I've noticed that when I add Pikmin to my group, they become filled with excitement and flushed with bright color. At other times, they revert to a paler hue and give off a dim glow. Paying close attention to these differences is bound to help me distinguish between Pikmin. Alright, so basically what they mean is when there's multiple in the ground at any given time. Here, I'll actually wait for them all to sprout so that we can show this off. Obviously, there's no time limit on the first day, so there's no real rush. So, I'm just holding down A, and Olimar is manually going to, or automatically going to all the Pikmin that are still sprouted, or still in the ground. So, yeah, we have a little army of 23 of them. I think that's the most you can get on the first day, but I could be wrong. I may have missed one. Throwing extra Pikmin on the task, I want to say it does help speed them up a little, but it's very minimal. It's really only if, you're if you just have Pikmin spare. Otherwise, maybe don't do it. Try and keep it as close to the number as possible. Occasionally, enemies will attack your roaming Pikmin. Ideally, you want to take out enemies before they can, before you go getting pieces and stuff. Clear the path for the Pikmin so they don't get picked off. I'm sure there's a lot of strategies. Hey. Woo! And there goes the Pikmin. Oh, glorious. With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back toward home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? That search starts tomorrow. So, if you didn't go and pick up as many Pikmin as you could, well, you're out of luck. You gotta do that before you get the ship part. And blast off. The onion travels with us. One day since impact, I have somehow managed to launch the dolphin. but I was surprised to see the onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface, or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow. The dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hakatate. Hakatate? Yeah, analysis shows life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I'll name it the Forest of Hope. I'll explore it tomorrow. So yeah, that is the premise of the game. We have 30 parts in 30 days. It is more than possible, obviously. As we saw from my previous files, to get it done in far shorter amounts of time. I want to say the shortest is 6 days that someone got, and that was like a speedrunner. I don't know how they did it, but it is not going to be that short. So, alright. We have 23 Pikmin. This just kind of gives you your stats for the day. So we'll go ahead and save. Alright. So your completionist instincts to go back to the impact site, don't do that. Because you don't have the number of Pikmin, or the types of Pikmin, to do that right now. So we are just going to go to the Forest of Hope. Alright. My dolphin has returned to the surface along with the Pikmin's onion. Being alone on this strange planet makes me somewhat uneasy, so I shall call the Pikmin out of the onion. All I need to do is stand in the light beneath the onion and press A. So, let's go ahead, just grab all the Pikmin. Oops, don't stand in the middle. You want the, I will save that one, because that could be useful. So, I don't know if more Pikmin... Again, I don't know all the inner workings of this game. I just know throw Pikmin at thing. And that usually works. So, these are the types of walls that Pikmin can break down themselves. The ones with holes in them. These stone walls, though, we need a different type of Pikmin and certain items to do. Alright, let's grab all you guys. So, we encounter our first enemy. I don't remember what these things are called exactly, but the trick to taking them out quickly is throwing the Pikmin on top of them. So early on, you're primarily only going to have red Pikmin, as you can no doubt tell. We're going to spend a little bit of time trying to get just get our red Pikmin built up. No? Okay, never mind. Just do those ones, please. So I believe taking a pellet to the onion like a standard 1 pellet. If you take it to the onion of the same color, it will give you 2. Otherwise, it will just give you 1. So there's an incentive and a strategy to get more Pikmin by taking them to the appropriate colors. Obviously, sometimes you need to build up Pikmin of a certain color, so you kind of ignore that rule, but okay. I think that's everyone. Let's go ahead. We got a nice amount of them now. I was hoping to land it on one of these guys. Okay. We have 23. We're probably fine. Especially if we can land it on top of him. Ah, no. Don't do that. Don't eat my Pikmin. You're gonna have losses, unfortunately. It's more a matter of just accepting that you're going to have losses. So we currently don't have a map here. But let's go ahead and at least get that started. I think we're gonna probably go and pick up that part here. Come on, guys. Shoo! Yeah, early on, reds are going to be your main Pikmin color for a lot of the game. It takes a concerted effort to get more of the other two that we will eventually see. Obviously, we haven't spotted them yet, but it is essential that we do that. All right, let's go ahead and grab the part. I really wish just holding... Is that going to be enough? Nice. Okay. Okay, those guys are doing their thing. I understand why they don't give us a map right off the back, but it would be very helpful if we did. Ooh, hey, why, it's the Eternal Fuel Dynamo. It has an unlimited energy supply. I won't have to worry about saving electricity anymore. This will make my fight for survival a bit easier. So, ultimately, none of these parts really have any bearing on making the game easier or anything. It's pretty much just a checklist. I'm going to wait until these guys are done. Woo! So, part number 2. Eternal Fuel Dynamo. No, this should light things up. No more candles for me. I have now recovered 2 out of the 30 parts. I can just find just 3 more. I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. That's the only other thing they're useful for, is it unlocks new areas depending upon how many you have. Kind of tempted to just take this one with us. Alright, there we go. No, don't start attacking the big one yet. Clock has indicated the coming of noon. From now on, I must pay close attention to the sun meter on my monitor and choose my actions accordingly. So it is best for me to review my monitor's data. Alright. So yeah, that's the entire crux of a day in Pikmin. Unlike the first day where you had all the time in the world, the following days you have a time limit. Across the top of my monitor are the sun meter and day display. At the bottom of my spacesuit damage meter and Pikmin gauges. From the left, these numbers reflect Pikmin under my command, Pikmin in the field, and total Pikmin, including those in the onions. So, to adjust my monitor, I can move R, rotate the camera, blah blah blah. Alright, there we go. Come on. Don't attack the yellow ones. Try to... Hey, there we go. We got a single yellow seed. Okay, so unfortunately there's not much I can really do with the Pikmin that I have. So we're gonna call them back. Hey, this one has ears! The color is different, but it seems to be a Pikmin nonetheless. First glance suggests this one has what in... first glance suggests this one has what, in some circles, could be considered very large ears. It looks like it may weigh less than the others. I'm not really sure how he surmises that, but anyways. In what other ways might it be different from the red Pikmin? I must be sure to observe it closely. Alright. So let's go ahead. As you noticed, the yellow one does have a much higher arc than the red ones. That's the main benefit, or well, one of the benefits. So the yellow one, I feel like the yellow one kind of gets shafted in, oh, I didn't want to pick you up, but okay, thank you. In the first game, I don't know how common of an opinion that is, but it feels like of course they're going to go for the big one. Pretty much their benefits is that they have a higher throw and they can carry these bomb rocks. Guys, come on. No, stop it. We're primarily going to be focusing on trying to get the yellow ones built up as much as possible before the day is over. That way we're not wasting a bunch of food for them. I mean, I assume that's what the purpose of... Pikmin will always take it to whoever has the largest control over the item. So, if you're short on the number of a specific Pikmin to take something, don't worry, because you can always throw a couple of the other colors on it, just to give it the number. So, as you can see, the one that we're going to throw is the one in that little bubble down there. You can always change that with the R bumper. A. The yellow Pikmin have picked up some peculiar stones. Why did they decide to grab them? This action seems to be instinctive to the yellow Pikmin. But just what are these strange glowing stones? Brightly glowing cracks cover them. Perhaps these cracks indicate that there's tremendous power locked away within this merits further research. Sorry. Alright, so, it is very important when dealing with these to only throw one at a time, because the timing for it, the glowing rocks the yellow Pikmin picked up seem to be explosive stones. Perhaps they know that these stones can be used as powerful weapons. The bomb rocks are dangerous, so I must take care when using them, but they should be able to blast open the stone walls that block the pathways. I may even be able to use them against some of the wild creatures. I must be vigilant. When I throw bomb rocks carrying Pikmin and give them orders, they will toss the bomb rocks at nearby walls or obstacles. The explosive power of the bomb rocks is tremendous, so I must keep my distance. And obviously, any Pikmin that are nearby will also get caught in the blast radius, so do be careful. Guys, I have made yet another Pikmin-related discovery. Just when I was about to exceed 100 Pikmin in the field, the onion stopped expelling seeds. Yet the total number of Pikmin continued to climb. It seems that once there are 100 Pikmin in the field, subsequent seeds get stored inside the onion. Thus, no more than 100 Pikmin can be in the field at one time in any area. So, yep, important thing to realize. Honestly, I kind of forgot that they'll put them inside the onions. So that is good to know, something I kind of forgot about. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, if you notice there, we managed to land one on top of the enemy. Come on, can you take him out, please? Oop, there's a lot of little bug enemies here. Guys, I feel like you're going the wrong way. Quite tell. Can you actually hurt enemies with the by just doing the throwing action? We do. All right, we're going to ignore these guys. My clock is indicating the approach of sunset. Pikmin waiting beneath the dolphin and onions will probably enter the onions on their own. But if I don't call the stragglers and add them to the group, they may not be able to get back. I am sure that the Pikmin still planted are safe, but I am somewhat concerned about leaving Pikmin to fend for themselves in the darkness. Yeah. So, yeah, you don't want to leave Pikmin too far away from their onions. Okay. Let's go ahead and just throw the yellows that we have inside. I do want to go and try and meet up with the Pikmin. Yeah. You do get a countdown at the very least, so they do tell you if when it's getting close. Okay, cool. They will manage to get that in time. Nice. Whimsical radar. This important part can detect the locations of the other missing parts. The radar will be added to my monitor, which I can press plus to view. I can scan with the left stick and zoom with the right. This will surely help me in my search for the remaining parts. I have now recovered 3 of 30. Okay. Any of them that are with you, as long as they're with the group, will be fine. And, okay, we only have 4 on us. Oh, we must have missed a couple. Oh, they do count ones that are still in the ground. So if there were any in the ground still, then that will count towards the total. This scene is more or less the same every day, and it will show here if we did miss any. Yeah, so we did manage to get all of them. 2 days since impact. It appears that many of my ship's parts have landed in this region. If I can just recover the parts of my radar, I should be able to use my radar screen. How that would improve my chances. Then I'd only have to press plus to locate my parts. Yet, there seem to be many hostile life forms here. If I am attacked and my spacesuit takes damage, I must return to my ship, stand in front of it, and press A to make the suit repairs. As I explore, I must pay attention to my suit's damage meter in the bottom left corner of the screen. Alright, and it looks like we more or less have the same number of reds as yellows, so we did our job correctly. So, alright, I think this is where we're going to put in a cut, and in the next part we will continue on with day 3. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.